June the 26th, 2014, an important event took place in the beautiful background of Palazzo della Cancelleria Vaticana, the Papal Chancellery Office, an event that celebrated the bond between past and present and created a communication channel between Cheope, a product of Italian talent by Amedeo Maffei, and the brilliance of Leonardo da Vinci. The first approach at linking Cheope to Leonardo took place on June 2, 2013 in Abu Dhabi, thanks to the Italian ambassador Giorgio Storace, who managed to present Cheope in conjunction with the exhibit on Leonardo da Vinci's mechanical machines at celebrations for the Italian Republic Day. The ambassador proposed the idea to Amedeo Maffei in his invitation letter.
Italy is a state of mind, and this state of mind is more and more present in this marvelous country, the United Arab Emirates. The same sponsors, together with the Italian embassy, cooperated in bringing to the UAE an historical exhibition of the Italian talent. Arriving to this hall, you had the opportunity to admire the exact reproduction of some of 40 machines conceived and invented by the scientists of the Italian Renaissance, Leonardo da Vinci. The exhibition will be inaugurated by His Highness Minister of Culture Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan, and you are all welcome to visit this impressive exhibition that will be displayed at the Emirate Palace for the whole month of June. And also Cheope company is playing a very modern chair, very close to the old machines of Leonardo da Vinci, an interesting combination of old and new Italian genius.
Saying the exhibit will show the mechanical machines by Leonardo and your invention, which embodies the genius of the Italian inventor. At a closer look, the combination of Cheope and Leonardo's invention is more than appropriate. In effect, Cheope embodies Leonardo's brilliance since its evolution follows a sort of path parallel to his inventions. Cheope has, and rightfully so, become part of history, after having been chosen as a permanent piece in the exhibit at the Leonardo da Vinci Museum in Rome by the Museum Papal Commission. Leonardo da Vinci and his work have brought about a revolution in the figurative arts, as well as in the intellectual and scientific worlds. Cheope not only was able to bring all this together in one unique framework, but was also able to go beyond its limits by implementing the concept of electronic intelligence. In other words, the concept of bioelectric stimulus in the thinking process, which Leonardo was not able to apply in his time. Nowadays, art. Cheope contains the four main expressions of Leonardo's genius. 1. Art. Cheope's aesthetics are the first thing to stand out. Cheope is the result of a functional design. Mechanics. Cheope is a machine that operates by a mechanical modulation of its 10 electric engines, which are controlled by a computer. A novelty in this type of framework, just as Leonardo's machines were in his time. Postural anatomy. Cheope was defined as the postural Zen by the Commission of the Leonardo da Vinci Museum. Cheope's essential design cannot be further reduced. Every support of this structure when in use produces a reaction that opposes the gravitational force, while ergonomically accommodating the part of the body that is lying on it. Neuronal physiology. Cheope activates the motion functions of the body by stimulating the dermal mechanical receptors of the skin. These receptors translate the mechanical modulations into bioelectric messages to the central system, which update the mapping of the neuron muscular functions by means of mirror neuron reflex. Cheope's quintessence, which was not available to Leonardo, is the bioelectric stimulus of the thinking function, the electronic intelligence available to humankind. The event at Palazzo della Cancelleria Vaticana in June started at 7:30 p.m. after refreshments were served to the attendees before entering the Leonardo da Vinci Museum. The guests were shown through the museum by distinguished guides and discovered the rationale behind the addition of Cheope to an important permanent exhibit, such as Leonardo's work exhibit, through a historical and cultural tour. The evening entered into the heart of the event in a magnificent hall called De Cento Giorni, the 100 Days Hall, with frescoes by the famous Florentine painter Giorgio Vasari, dated 1546. In these settings, the journalist Piero Muscari traced the history and knowledge evolution that brought Amedeo Maffei to invent and design Cheope. Illustrious guests stepped in during the evening to share their experiences with the audience. Among them, the Da Vinci Museum director, Dr. Augusto Biaggi, and Air Force Colonel Piero Gavazzo, who publicly announced the utilization of the Cheope system in the near future for the recovery of specific motion functions by astronauts returning from outer space.
Per me è un piacere poter raccontare questa storia. Sono un giornalista, mi occupo da anni di cercare storie di eccellenza italiana in giro per l'Italia, di raccontarle perché ritengo che questo tipo di racconto sia la cosa più giusta. Da sempre le storie hanno raccontato molto di più degli uomini, dei prodotti, della geografia del paese. E quindi raccontare storie positive di gente che crede, che sa sognare, che sa inventare, penso faccia davvero la differenza.
Ospiti prestigiosi sono intervenuti durante la serata